All right, so we just saw a level of Hitman, but what intrigues me, it's a digital only game, and you're gonna add more levels to the game on later on. But like the level we just saw in Paris, it's just one part of the storyline of the bigger thing. Of is the guy you have to kill in Paris? Is that the only mission of the villain?
All right, so that's I think there are quite a few questions in there.
Yeah.
So let me start by just saying that obviously we have announced that we lead with digital, which means that we will unveil new locations over time, basically, with the game, much like we talk about the Paris level here, for instance. What we'll also say is that once we conclude that journey, at the end of that there will actually be a box release where we take all the pieces together, right, and put them on a disc. So what we're creating is this live world, and we can maybe get into the details of that. You asked me whether the story.
Yeah. Is there one big storyline, or
yeah, so absolutely, there will be different types of content in this live world we're doing. So one of them is going to be on a main story arc. So for instance, the level we've showed today in Paris with Viktor Novikov is actually a part of a larger story that will evolve over time, basically. So in that sense, you will see that there will be new locations coming out and the story will move forward and obviously also towards a conclusion in the end. But there will also be a lot of other content. There will be missions that are not necessarily on a main storyline. They'll more be following 47 as a professional assassin assigned somewhere in the world. And then obviously we also announced that we're going to do a new type of mission, which is these time-limited missions where, you know, let's say it's Paris and you're there with, it's now the weekend and you get this notification from us or you check the internet and there's actually a target live in Paris and it's only going to be there for 48 hours. And probably all we're going to give you is a portrait. You can't find him in any other way. So you jump into Paris, you start looking for him, alongside a lot of other gamers, I believe. And everyone is just trying to figure out what is he going, what is he doing. And then obviously you need to figure out how to kill him, because you're only going to get one shot, right? If he's dead, he's dead. So you won't be replaying this mission. And we expect that a lot of players then will start looking at each other, sort of, what did you do? How did you tackle it? There'll be YouTube videos, Twitch feeds, and all that stuff. So we feel you're taking part of this live event. And still at the end of the day, your one shot counts, right? So if you want that silent assassin, that's going to be really intense.
Does that work in contract mode as well? If I give him an assignment for kill him before Monday, does it work as well like that in the game?
So exactly how we do contracts mode this time, we are not into all the details. I think what you should think about at this point in time is just like, in Absolution, some of the biggest checkpoints we had were 20 to 40 people. In the level we've just shown, there are more than 300 potential targets.
Yeah.
So I just think just starting the journey there and just saying, hey, imagine the amount of combinations of things you can do in there. And as we also showed, the way we construct the level now is actually to fill it with death traps everywhere. So the accidents are not only meant for targets. A lot of people can be, die in clever ways that you can tamper with.
So you will put content in the game like for months and maybe years. So what can we expect when the game launches? How many levels, how many hours of gameplay?
So the exact timing of when the missions appear and when the locations appear is something we're going to touch at a later point. What I think is really important to mention is just this, that the scope of the game, when it's done, is a full game. It's going to be bigger than Hitman Absolution, and it's your choice, right? You can pay. It's a premium product, or you pay your $60, and you can do that and take part in the live part of the game, or you can buy it when it's on a disc. It's still going to be a substantial game.
But I really hope you guys. I'm sorry about it, but I'm a huge fan. You guys are gonna support the game for years. So when maybe next year you guys think, oh, we should do a level in Rio, is that going to happen?
Well, all we're saying is that obviously we feel like what we're building here is also why we call it Hitman, is we want to create a universe where 47 is in his prime, he's traveling the world, and that's something we're going to continue telling stories out of. So I think that's the promise, right? That we have a story planned right now, and we also feel we're creating a place and time in the world where Diana and 47 can actually go on many adventures together.
So when you finish this story, the story may continue next year.
Yeah, that I wouldn't rule that out at least.
All right, awesome.